Farmers who have mastered the game of this business has mastered only one major concept. And that concept is like the concept of looking after the kid, the concept of raising the kid from newborn up to adulthood. Let me tell you something funny. Is like that profit in this business comes from the newborn. So as a farmer, you have to make sure that you don't lose kids. And how can you do that? So guys, in this video I will share with you like how I've managed to raise my good kid with zero mortality up to adulthood. So guys, stick around till the very end so that you don't miss amazing tips. So guys, without wasting much time, let's dive straight into it. So first and foremost is my mental well-being. As a farmer, like if I know like I'm going to start receiving kids very soon, so let's put it for instance like probably like next month. Let me say like next month I'm going to start receiving kids. So I need like to prepare my mind in advance. So I need to be like psychologically fine. I need to like have some sort of mental stability in a way that like during that period when my goats are giving birth, like I don't have a lot of stressing factors. And so how can I do that? So I make sure that like most of the activity that I'm going to do like that very month my goats are giving birth, like I do it in this current month I'm in, so that like when my goats are giving birth, like I have a lot of free time, like I'm always with them, so, and all the emergency cases within the farm when my goats are giving birth. So I feel like as a farmer, like psychological well-being during the period when your goats are giving birth is really a key important when you're looking after what your goats. Because remember, like if you want to look after your goat, like after your kids very well, it always starts from handling them at birth. So if you handle them very well at birth, I think like the entire process should not be like very hard. Our point number 2 is like preparing the kids pen in advance. So how can I do that? Like as you know, in this farm, like for us, like we are having what we call like a ground kid pen. So if my goats are giving birth, like for example, let me put it like in like 2 weeks in advance, I make sure that all their shells are like I have like 2 different shells. I have like this very one and then the other one, the other side. So I make sure that I start with the hygiene. I prepare everything. I sanitize the room. How can I do that? Like I have like a sanitizer. I have like a disinfectant. I disinfect the room all, so that like the newborn come and experience a new experience. And for that for that matter, you see like when these kids are inside is very sterile. Inside is like a little bit warm. So like you have to like mimic the same condition that is in the womb, like also like outside here. That's why like if you handle them very well, if you take care of the coldness, if you take care of everything, like you will not lose any kid during the process of birth and then raising them from when they're still young up to like adulthood. So thirdly, being available when your goats are giving birth. So guys, like let me tell you something funny. Is like I had to learn this like the hard way. I remember when I started this project, is like well, usually like when my goats are giving birth, like I leave them like in a specific place and then like I go and then sit somewhere, simply because I was just new in the game. I really don't know what to do when my goats are giving birth. So like I leave them in a specific spot. I would like for like a few minutes. I go check on them. Like if they have given birth, then I start from there. Like so, like during through that process, like I had like to lose like 3 kids in a row. You know what it mean like by losing 3 kids in a row? As a goat farmer, like we have to like to wait like for 5 months, and then we get like our reward is like after 5 months. And just imagine like losing 3 kids in a row, like after waiting like for like 5 good months. It was just like so traumatizing. So like from there on, like I just picked on, and then I learned this step of like being available when my goats are giving birth. So like when my goats are giving birth, I'm actually on spot. I'm just like there watching them. So when you're there, you really like there are certain things like you can do really very fast. Like for example, like sometimes like as human, like we have problem like when we are giving birth. Like we have problem, like we have obstructed labor, we have like prolonged labor. So like goats, they really like don't talk. Like so like you as a farmer, if you're on spot, like you can really see like maybe like probably like this goat is having like what we call obstructed labor. So when you're there on spot, you can really what conduct the delivery. You help like you're going to what assist the goat to deliver successfully. So like for let's put it like our goat has already delivered. So when I'm there, like I make sure like I at this farm like I have a towel whereby like immediately if my goat has given birth, I make sure that like the first thing I look for is like the nostril. I make sure that I clean the nostril. They start breathing immediately. Remember, like when these kids are inside, like the womb, they are mainly like what their lungs not functioning. It is the same. This one is also like the same for us human. So like if the kid is inside, like we like literally they are not doing anything. They are depending on their mother. But immediately when they come out, like for example, like in ghost, like when they go deliver, like the umbilical cord just separate. So like from that point on, the kid has to be on it on. So like when the nostril is blocked, sometimes like they come when like what they have like what a lot of amniotic fluid in the nostril. So when you're there, you clean up the nostril so that like they start the process of bleeding very fast within the first 1 minute. In human, they call it what the first golden minute, like helping the baby breathe. That's why in human we have what we call like what resuscitation. That's also like very key in us, like for us like what goat farmer. You need to know how to what resuscitate your goat when they are failing to breathe, because like most of us think like the goat will just give birth like normally. Of course, like they give birth normally, but there are outliers. Like like for example, let's take like the normal distribution card. Like majority will give birth normally. What about those outliers that like they don't give birth normally? So as a farmer, if you're there, you're going to what assist them. Then after like cleaning the nostril, I clean the entire body. Most of us like we leave it like to the mother, like to lick all this kind of thing. But let me tell you one thing, like some goat they really don't lick like they like from their kids. Like for example, the first timers are very what stubborn. They just like they give birth and then they leave the kid just there. It is like after all, like it is something new they're not used to. Like for this like for these other goats which has given birth, like they're used to the process. Most of them like after giving birth they start licking the like from their kid. Yeah, that is it. So like after handling the kid is now what safe, I make sure that the mother after giving birth, like I give like the mother a plenty of water. Always like for the mother that has given birth, I make sure that I mix the water with salt. Yeah, so that they take a lot of water. Remember if you look at the concentration of milk, like majority is water. So like during that process, I make sure the mother take a lot of water. And if the mother has taken a lot of water, now I come back to the kid because I left the kid at a specific point. Remember like in goats, like after giving birth, you find like the kids are very weak. So like you give them some few time, like me usually like within like the 5 minutes, then I'm just ready to bump in that what and what express the milk. I express the milk like the udder. I express the udder so that like I make sure that all the teeth are functioning. There's enough cholesterol. Then what I put the kid myself onto the udder so that they suckle. Most of us will just leave them there to struggle and look for the milk, but me, I do the entire process so that like I see that my kid has taken the cholesterol. Remember, in the cholesterol we have a lot of nutrients. So making sure that like my goat take cholesterol within the first 1 hour. For some people even that can go up to 2 hours. So you make sure that like your goat take a lot of cholesterol. Remember, from the cholesterol we have the antibodies, we have the nutrients, we have everything that the goat need. So if your goat has taken cholesterol when they have been delivered, yeah, you find like your goat is very healthy. They like during the process of raising them from kid up to the what adulthood. So after everything has been done successfully and like the mother has given birth, the kid has taken like the milk, everything is okay. Let's put it for instance, like for us here at the farm, we have like 2 shifts. We have like the morning shift and then we have the evening shift. So the morning shift usually start at 11. Let's put it like my goat has given birth in the morning. So like in the morning, that goat that has given birth, like I don't take it like for grazing and browsing in that morning shift. So I wait for the afternoon. So yeah, during the morning shift, I'll just leave them to bond together, to like what we call bonding. I leave them to bond, so that like in the evening shift now, the mother has to go and then what feed. Even if like the mother will refuse to go, I have to force it like to go and feed, because I can remember the milk the mother will make is like it's coming like it's coming from the feed. It's not coming from the everything like anything else. It is from the feed. So it is vice. And then for instance, like another one is like if my goats are giving birth in the evening shift, I make sure that like in that evening shift, like my goats, I leave them together at home in a just like I have a plenty of space whereby they can just be with the kid while the mother will be eating from the other side. The kid will be there. We are like just like playing or like doing some sort of thing. So you will ask yourself, how do you usually know that when your goat is giving birth? So like for us farmers, like before even going, like for us human is like, you know what we call like the ANC, like is what we call like the expected day of delivery. As a farmer also, like you know, in humans, like for example, you say like maybe like probably like in human they say like when was the last day of your normal menstrual period, like they calculate that like the length of gestation using that the first day of the last normal menstrual period, maybe like probably then like they use that day like after they add what like 280 days, then they get what the expected day of delivery. But for us farmers, like just we use like what natural synchronization. Like we just say like for example, like me say this month we are going to introduce our back, and then like just we calculate what 5 months, then like boom, that is the month we are going to start receiving kid. But not only that, we also what use the what like the development of udder, like what in God. So usually the udder develop at a very rapid rate toward the what the last trimester. So from there, like you start monitoring what the development of udder. So that has really helped me like to know which goat is giving birth on which day. So usually I know what like, if my goat is giving birth today, I know in advance. Just that what I don't know is like the time at which that goat is giving birth. So I prepare myself. If my goat is giving birth today, all of us we are going to just what go to the field and graze. Then when the goat like start what labor from the other side, when they start experiencing what labor pain from the other side, all of us, the entire herd of goats, we just come back home. We have enough space. The rest will be grazing from within the home while I'm what paying attention to the other one, which is what giving birth. That has really helped me like to look after my goats from what from like when they are what very young up to adulthood without what with what zero mortality. Lastly, it is what we call deworming and vaccination of the kid. So I make sure like all my kids are fully what vaccinated and dewormed in time. So with deworming, like meaning what it start like what after 2 weeks. So like why after 2 weeks? Because like within the first 2 weeks of their life, like they spend it in their kid pens. Like I make sure within the first 2 weeks, like they really don't go outside. They just play from within the kid pen. The good thing is like our kid pen has a lot of space, like a lot of exercising area. They always play from there. They wait for their mother to come back and then feed them from there. Yeah. So like they play from there until like the 2 weeks elapsed. Then after the 2 weeks, that's the what I open their door like to the outside now. Now from there, like they go and start like playing from with a farm compound. That's when like they're going to start what nippling the dry grass. That is always the first thing they do. They start nippling on the dry grass. So during the process of nippling, they can also what they get worms from those what from those grasses, like the dry grasses that is there. So like after the 2 weeks, that's when what I start what deworming them. And guys, like let me tell you one thing, like most of us tend to lose our kid due to worms, like because you find like what our kid like start nippling grass like at that young age, and yet like we don't what deworm them, like so most of our kid get anemia, all this sort of thing, like that is what usually what kill our kid during that that tender age. So like as a farmer, you know like when like your goats are started like to nipple, that is like when you are going to what like what start what giving them a chemical warmer. So that has been really what a major step toward raising the kid from childhood up to what adulthood. So after doing that is like I always pay attention what to their health. I regularly what check their health. How can I do that? Like I just start from one compartment to the next compartment up to the what? The last compartment. Every morning I check every goat. Are they healthy? Is everything okay? Is there diarrhea at the farm? That is what every farmer has to do outside there. Like every morning you look and move around. It is very good like to do it at the morning, simply because like in the morning you find like what most of the goats are just at the spot where they have what they have slept. So like they are there, you find them there. So if like maybe like for instance like, if like a certain kid is having a diarrhea, you even like find it on the spot where they are what they have slept. So like you take action immediately. So guys, that has really been what like what a major step toward me getting zero mortality when I'm looking after my kid from what from the time when they are born up to what the adulthood. So guys, I hope someone find this helpful. So guys, I'm just begging, like why not like and subscribe to the channel so that you be part of this handsome family. So yeah, that was pretty much it.